And we could talk more about that, but let's move on. There's an interesting thing. Pilate wrote a titlon. It's a label on the cross. He wrote it personally, apparently, and put it on the cross, which means he wrote in 3 languages. Interesting administrator. The writing was, Jesus of Nazareth, King of the Jews. You and I would miss that except for the leadership, the scribes and Pharisees. Whenever they get upset, that's the Holy Spirit's way of underlining it for you so you don't miss something here. This title then read many of the Jews, for the place where Jesus was crucified was nigh to the city. It was written in Hebrew and in Greek and in Latin. Okay, here's what he apparently wrote. Yeshua, HaNazarai, V'melech, HaYehudin. Jesus, the Nazarene, the King of the Jews. That's what he wrote. Now, it's interesting. The chief priest of the Jews said to Pilate, write not the King of the Jews, but that he said, I am the King of the Jews. And Pilate said, what I have written, I have written. They want him to change the wording. He wouldn't do it. What's going on here? What he actually says is, what I have written will always remain written. That's what he actually said. That's the proper translation. What's going on here? Pilate's playing a game with them. See, this is the way he wrote it in Hebrew, and he knew this. He knew his people that the Jewish leadership have a fascination with acrostics. There are psalms that are acrostic. They're into acrostics. If you take the acrostics here, the first letter of these 4 words, it spells Yod-He-Vav-He, which is the unpronounceable name of God. He is declaring him Jesus of Nazareth, King of the Jews, and he's ascribing God's name to them. Because he believed that? Not necessarily. He may have done it just out of mischief because he knew this would drive them nuts. And it did. I think that's kind of fun. And yet, maybe there's some clues that cause me to suspect he may have understood far more than we generally give him credit for as time goes on here.